Hey, Reynolds here with everybody. Let's have fun today, okay? I know sometimes we get stressed out or we get sidetracked or things happen in life, and it's like today our phones went out twice. The building, it's like, are you crazy? What's going on? But the reality is, at the end of the day, we got to make the best of it. And what's going to happen today, if you don't know me, you're going to get to know me. You see, I'm going to promise, but I'm going to give you rules and tools and the money. I'm also going to do the work for you too. I've done this for 43 years. I've got 17 millionaire clients, 16 billionaires. So I want you to join the rest of the people. Now understand something today. This free overview is going to give you rules and tools. Go get that tablet and pen. Do not take pictures. Do not record. You're not allowed to, but when you write it down, you put it here. The biggest problem with most people, probably all of you, you've been ripped off by so many people. They promised you something. I got one the other day, says, I paid Tony Robbins $4,500. I said, yeah, when he was done going blah, 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 he said, bye-bye. He goes, yeah, you're right. There's nothing wrong with motivation. I like it. I listen to it every day. But procrastination is what you did yesterday, today, and tomorrow. No. What did you forget to do yesterday that you have to now do today and today till tomorrow? It's like, stop it. How bad do you want it? Now, I don't know if you want to listen to me. Hell, I brought my first 100,000 in at 9.5, a million at 14. All right, double billion at 26. Plus, I'll show you that I'm the most verified person on the planet today. They call me the Godfather credit as well. But we got to start with you being what's called credit rebuilding. You see, if you want to do anything, you have to be a qualified CFO for your family or for a corporation or for both. You see, before I died in 2009 of pandemic number 9, swine flu, pneumonia, we would take the corporate yacht out right there. Or you can check it out, it's true. I had 3 corporate yachts, race boats, helicopter, Lamborghini, Ferraris, and 6 mansions. I'm having fun. I invented so many things that made me a fortune under corporate structure. So on July 4, 2009, we took out that yacht. Everything I touch turns to gold. Can I touch your corporation? Can I build it for you too? I'll turn it into gold for you. But there's a problem with me that day. The next day I got to die. It sucks. Can you imagine? I've got everything going. I gave up $18 million in the corporate structure for other people to help people. I'm out there 6 days a week helping people like you. And the next day, God allows me to go in a coma and die. God allows everything. See, here's the thing. I'm laying there in the coma. I'm hearing the doctor say he's going to die. I hear my wife scream her head off. Then I hear my tax attorney, I made him a multimillionaire, trick my wife to sign a POA, a power of attorney. This sucker stole my life. I'm laying there and they called the time of death at 5:41. But all I can say is, because my wife's fallen apart, God, can I go back, please? My family needs me. God answered that prayer for me. You see, what he said to me flat out, stay in peace or go back. The bottom line, I got to remember, you all got a sad story too. We can get that little violin out, it's okay. You see, me, I was born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. This little girl got pregnant with me, wanted a girl. I'm a boy. She gave me a girl's name. Hell, raised my middle name. I got to live in Watts, Torrance, Hawthorne, and Long Beach too, being a boy with a girl's name. You had to see how that worked out. So let's understand something. She threw me away like a piece of trash. But the reality is I got to move 24 times until I'm 11 and a half years old. That kind of sucked too. Now, can you do me a favor? Do yourself a favor. Write down getting past go. I'll guarantee every one of you today are stuck. Literally stuck. Because I don't know what you did last year, the year before, or this year, what you can do next year too. But the reality is simple. I'd like to rebuild your life, your house, your car, your bank account, to be honest with you. You see, I got to be with Mrs. Hope from 3 to 10 years old. Every morning she dropped me off at Redondo Beach Pier at 6:30. You see, I got to see Marina Del Rey, Torrance, Roxas, Palos Verdes. She got her weekly and monthly checks, but you know what I saw? I saw money. So I did exactly what I got to do. See, I learned to read at 2.5 years old. I got an IQ off the chart with total recall, write with both hands and read a page at a time. You know what I did? I got my first Lamborghini at 14.5. All right, even though she was a she-devil from hell. Guess what? I didn't like stealing and begging off the pier. I thought that kind of sucked. So I got my Lamborghini collection. I got my Duffys parked in my backyard. I got my 6 mansions. I broke the record for the highest kick on the planet to prove white men do jump and stupid people say we don't. Then I actually parked my race boat in my backyard. Where you park yours? How about the helicopter? How about the yacht? How about the Ferrari too? Now my question to all of you, why didn't you do this? I don't get it. All I had was God and me and the brain he gave me. But I asked the word why. Why? I use that word more than anything in my life. Why? We'll explain that some more. Write down Ray's rules. Write it down. I'm going to give you the blueprint to make sure you don't bring the pain home again, and I'm going to guarantee it too. I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarborough years ago. He was security chief at TRW in Hesperian too. Maybe today let me train you just a little bit. Can you write down Credit Services Act, please? You see, when you Google it, it'll take you to the Federal Trade Commission. It says flat out, credit repair is a scam, not allowed to collect money up front. Then they refer you to the Credit Repair Organization Act, where it says attorneys can't do credit repair. When will the world figure out your credit's not friggin' broken? I don't get it. It's not broken. You have to rebuild it, flat out. But no one taught you the rules and the tools. And by the way, you started it. You did. When you applied for credit using that SSN you weren't supposed to, you started your credit report too. Let's build a relationship, you and me. All right, let's call each other on the phone once in a while too. This is the Federal Trade Commission's information for you. So the ultimate goal, the NACB say I'm the #1 consultant worldwide. Personal business credit too. I even made Ken one of the employees of one of my companies ever then too. All right, he got a paycheck every week. Now I make millionaires. Join my millionaire club this year. Would you like to be a millionaire? Now if you want $1 million paycheck, I'm going to say no because that's silly and dumb. See, your income is taxed before you get the leftover. Now if you want $1 million corporation, I'm going to say climb aboard. You get to get the $1 million and pay no tax until you pay your bills. You pay tax on the leftover. You see, you got to learn how to play the game. Now here's my promise. 43 years, every seminar and workshop you're stuck with me. Today you will hear things you've never heard on this planet before. Because you can't get anything that I teach because nobody knows what I know today. But God only made one of me. Thank God for that too. Every seminar, workshop, and boot camp you're stuck with me. I will not pass the buck. I will hold your hand and get you in the right direction to the $1 million dream. Is that okay with you? Federal Trade Commission's right in front of you. Google it. All right, they say flat out credit repair doesn't work. They will say that credit rebuilding does work. So the bottom line is going to be up to you. Now, today I'd like you to write down raisecredit.com. I'd like you to go online to the first page. This is where you can order your credit reports for free. You just click clickety-clack. You get them once a year for free through the raisecredit.com. Ultimate goal, that's assignment number 1. Did you write it down today? Ultimate goal, please get out your Social Security card. Come on, ladies, it's in your purse next to your feet. Gentlemen, it's in your back pocket too. Get out that card. I want you to read it front and back. Now, why did you get an SSN? I asked that question when I was a kid. They couldn't answer the question. Eventually, they just said you have to. You got an SSN to create a 1040 tax return. So they can tax our income the rest of our life till we're dead. That's why you got an SSN. When you look at it, it's called assignment number 2. It'll say do not laminate, do not use for ID purposes. So let's follow through. Let's understand. On that card in front of you, if you pulled it out, if you're listening and doing what I tell you to do, it'll say Property and Social Administration, not you. It's not even your card. And when you used it and abused it, you allowed your creditors to do that too. Until you started it, they could not have done it at all. Today, I want to make sure you understand the Hesperian Boost. You see, that's the largest credit company in the world. But here's what scares me. When you do their boost, right, because they've been hacked hundreds of times, have been indicted too. They moved out of the country 30 years ago. They're in Dublin, Ireland, by the way. So when you do their boost, you register your bank account. When they get hacked again, they get to hack you. All right, you really want that to happen to you? That's up to you too. You see, I wouldn't do that if I was you, but that's your choice. I just want you to know the truth. You remember I told you to get those reports on raisecredit.com? I want the report numbers. I want to put them in my system. Within 90 working days, I'm going to shake it up and wake it up and put your score as high as I can. It's kind of fun for you. Ultimate goal, that's assignment number 3. Did you write it down? Now, I have a program called Refresh. It gives you a guarantee of 40 points to 200 points. So here's a picture of Credit Karma. She's a client with 500 points. She had a 500 score. Now, we know that Credit Karma is free. They got no phone number to help us because they don't want to talk to us. That costs them money. They want to clickety-clack, so they make money off of you. So she had a 500 points. What happened in 45 days? It's in front of you. It's a 157 point score jump to a 708. And on top of this, when I was done, all right, in 90 days, she had a 211 points. That's an 820. Would you like one of those today? I want you to remember about your bad credit. Let's understand. Flat out simple. Let's look at the Fair Credit Reporting Act. It's called FAIR, right? See, this is the rules and the tools that say your creditor and credit bureaus, all right, have 45 working days. Now, credit repair flakes, and maybe a couple of you go right down, not late. There's a better way called a validation form. Do you realize that every creditor that you've ever had in your life have done it wrong since day one? I have a form that'll wipe out anything on your credit report because they're in violation of contract law. It's public record, by the way. Guess what? Section 611. You see what it says? They have 45 working days too. You got a choice today to learn rules and tools. Remember, now I got 2 programs in credit rebuilding. One, flat out, is where I'll charge you to get to know me a little bit. And this is one of the ones for like the ones that call us. We get an average of 18 calls every day saying, "I with Lexington Law and Credit Repair.com." Well, in the back of my mind, it's not my fault you're stupid. I mean, they've been indicted. Hell, they got 4 agencies after them too. They're not allowed to collect money up front, and you did it for 18 months? Oh, that's kind of stupid. That's $1,800. To rebuild someone's credit should never take more than 90 working days, period. So the bottom line is, here's the program for the people that want to do this and get to know me. It's called $99 per bureau. That means it's $297. And what happens at the end of the program, I'm going to get you a corporate card or a card like this for $1,000. What I want to do is guarantee you a cash card of 3 times more than you invested in yourself. You see, if I can take away your excuses, I'll put you in check and I'll change your life too, like I've done for millions of people as well. So that is $297. By the way, it's got a money back guarantee, your money back too. Ultimate goal, I take Zelle for a reason. You see, Zelle is instant and I have to expedite you. And I make sure the Zelle has my name on it, Ray Reynolds. All right, Ray at rayscredit.com. That way I have to guarantee it personally, or you get your money back too. Now, what excuse you got? You don't have one at all. Next, I got a program called the Deluxe Credit Rebuilding Program. This is a $750 to an $800. This is where I give you $5,000 of credit. Okay, so I rebuild it, I add history, and I give you new credit too. How it works is simple. It's $99 down. That's it. Okay, since those people were used to doing $99 a month, percent didn't work, here's the way it does work for you. Within the first 3 or 4 months, I'm going to pop you a credit card for $500 cash. Then I'm going to get you $1,000 one, $1,500, and $2,000. By the time I'm done with you, less than 10 months or less, you're going to have $5,000 cash credit. You see, even if you rebuild your credit, you got no new credit, or you don't have enough of that, I want to rebuild your credit. I want to make sure you understand how to play the game. And my credit is cash credit back to you. So if you Zelle me $99, we're going to call you right away to make sure we get basically set up and order the reports too. Now I need you to call a phone number, because all of you, unfortunately to say, you add yourself to the national mailing list. You've done so much to yourself you have no idea what the hell you did anyway. Write down 888-5667-8688. So let's understand that today. I want you to get off the national mailing list. The national mailing list. You know all that junk mail you keep getting? They keep passing around your name and your address too? Opt out for 5 years, please. Now, the ultimate goal, that's assignment number 4. So let's understand what the next thing we got to do. What we have to do is plan the problem. If I got on the phone with you today, you would tell me exactly what happened to you. Usually my friend, my family, blah, 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 blah. We didn't plan the problem. That's the biggest problem. Now, next, I need you to write down safety credit. Write it down. This is an assignment. This is $50,000 a piece. Here's the problem with personal credit. You got your SSN, you got some credit, you jacked it up, got stuck, you dropped your score, couldn't get any more. That is the most true thing I could tell you right now. Now understand, on your credit, pull out the cards, ladies, in your purse, gentlemen, in your pocket. I want a sticky. Write it down. It's an assignment. I'm going to tell you a lot of things to do, and I expect you to do it and follow through. I will make you a corporate millionaire, and I'll even guarantee that in writing too. I've done it for 17 million people. It's your turn next. Sticky. Limit 25, 29%. The moment you take a credit card past 29%, plop, you get stuck. You can't get any more. Credit Karma, you'll show 29% in the green, 30's in the yellow. Anything above that's in the red. You're going to find out I'm telling you the truth today. Then I want you to write down a line of defense. You drive in your city today, you'll see 3 Wells Fargo, B of A, Chase banks that they bankrupt locations. They've done this before or during pandemic, by the way. So that's not an excuse. They bankrupt locations. They have other ones open today. In other words, they're playing the game, but you didn't learn to play, so you brought the pain home anyway. Remember this sticky in the back of your card? Write down, never bring that pain home. I promised myself 2 things as a kid. Number 1, I'd never hold a baby unless it's my first child. Next, I would never bring the pain home. I'd master every rule and tool I could put together for me. I don't bring that pain home. Assignment number 5, did you write it down? Ultimate goal, remember, you get to 1,000 assignments, you got $1 million corporation. 20,000, it's $1 billion company. How far you want to go? Let me know when you're serious enough today too. 25 to 29%. Your credit score is like a wave. You're the one who jacks it up and down all the time. You're responsible for it. You started it anyway. Ultimate goal, you lose your job, got an emergency. What happens next? Seems like everybody does the same damn thing. They run out of time, they run out of money, and then they jack up their credit in basically 42 days. It's just the truth. You don't have to do that. What I want to do is rebuild your life. I want to personally hold your hand. I want to make sure I repackage your house, your car, and your bank account. I want you to quit bringing the damn pain home because you never had to. You just didn't know how to play. Now, I pulled a stunt years ago because I do it all the time when someone says I can't do it. That just pisses me off to prove it to them. They rub their nose in it too. I built $1 million for my cat years ago. Meow. Then I got written up Eco magazine too. It said use plastic to finance your business. So understand, if a cat has 9 lives, so can you now. If I can build it for the cat, I can build it for you, right? Now, I've been in 2 comas in my life so far. One as a kid, 5.5, and one in 2009. But I used credit both times too. So remember today, when they told you when you're a little boy or girl, money for a rainy day, they kept going blah, blah, blah. Most of the grown-ups are very not bright at all. So in my life, it doesn't rain, it always pours. What about you? I want you to focus. What if today you need $5,000, you need it now, 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 and I mean now. What are you going to do? You're going to ask your friends, your family, and the bank, they're all going to say no. Problem, you didn't listen and learn. You backed yourself in a corner. You did, nobody else. So this time we're going to make sure you know how to plan and you don't bring that pain home again, and I'll guarantee it too. So let's understand, this is a $5,000 card. If I jack it up, play catch up, now fall down, the payment's $50 a month. So the bottom line is safety credit will save your assets too. The average person wastes that every other day. So they also say that you, probably all of you, waste $140 a week. I don't know if it's true. That's $600 a month. If I take those cards and I max out one of these cards today, the payment is $612.26. For what the average person wastes in a given month, I could have got him 2 pizza restaurants with a drive-thru. Stop bringing the pain home, please. That's assignment number 6. Ultimate goal, I want you to focus. Be proud of yourself today. You're here. You're going to hear things you've never heard before in your life. All right, but you're going to hear the truth. The goal is to hold your hand and make sure you get past go and get you to the $1 million dream. I'm proud of you here too, but I want you to write things down for you. Ultimate goal, I believe in God and I believe in me. When I broke the record for the highest kick on the planet in 1981, while I'm kicking the basketball hoop too, I wanted to prove white men do jump. Just stupid people say we don't. God gave you a gift and a dream. Why don't you see it and believe it? Go get it too. Now get out of my way, please. I need to rebuild you. SSN equal to 1040 tax return so they can track your income the rest of your life and pay tax before you get your leftover. It's only the IRS's public record. It's in front of you. Your ultimate goal, yeah, you got your SSN. You got your Spirit and your Trans-Joint Equifax too. And the moment you jacked it up past 29%, plop. You got stuck. You couldn't get any more. It's just the truth. You got a choice today. The other reason you got an SSN is because we're the collateral for the United States of America, Incorporated, by the way, ever since Nixon took the gold standard out. Now, I need you to write down raise rules one more time. Do it again, please. This time, write down 100,000. I'd like to hand you 100,000 of personal credit, but I don't want you to use more than 29%. I want you to have 71,000 of safety credit. Case blanket the fan, there's a pandemic, or you lost your job. I want you to feed your family up to 2 years. But when you take the money and credit from your family, you roll the dice, all that does is hurt the family. Can you make sure you listen today and never bring the pain home again? You've been using the wrong money anyway. Your ultimate goal is write down and raise rules again and again. All right, you got a choice. That's assignment number 7. Ultimate goal, my first coma, I was 5.5 years old. My last coma was 2009. I got to die. I asked God if I can go back. He said yes. So there's my yacht, my race boat, my UDOC, my address at the time. There's me dead. I get to see what I look like dead now. Show me yours, please. I'm probably the most verified person on the planet today. Reality is I don't have any BS to give you, but I will shake you up, wake you up, and get you to the $1 million dream. And I'll even do the work for you too, which is actually priceless on this world today. So I came out of that coma eventually. I came out and had to walk around with an oxygen tank for 5 weeks. Put my score back to an 820. And you know what happened next? Listen carefully. You have the ability to have 5 closet divisions. That's called a backup for a backup for a backup. Okay? Because we only got one SSN. We're a bunch of ducks. So I popped a $1 million card again. I want you to understand something. Don't you dare bring that damn pain home again after listening to me. See, today we don't get a do-over. We get to live or die. I'd tell you wear a mask, but half you want to argue about that too. See, I learned it takes a second to die because I did it. I mean, a lifetime to live. You got to decide which one you want to pick for you. So today it's pretty simple. When I was being used and abused as a little boy, I was 2.5 years old when I was crying my eyes out looking in the mirror. You know, ever since that day, I wake up at 2:25 every day. I've never slept in a day in my life. I don't know why, it's just the way I work. You know what I did today? I said, fell to my knees, said, thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I went and looked in the mirror. Would you please, I'm asking you, please, try this once. I want you to look in the mirror, stare at yourself for 2 minutes. Then I want you to ask yourself 2 questions. See, you don't stop time and put yourself in check. You just go through the motions in life. No, we're stopping time. We're going to ask 2 questions. Have I completed everything I need to? No. Is there more to be done? Yes. What happens for 43 years, my clients come up and say, Ray, I told my friends and family what I'm going to do, and they said it's not going to work. They said do it this way or that way. You ever notice most of the people around you, when you try to share what you're doing, you're looking for their endorsement, their encouragement. Instead, they tear it apart and say, you got to do this or that. I'm sorry to say, you got a lot of dummies around you too. God gave you a gift and a dream. Let's see it, believe it, go get it, please. This is assignment number 8. Let's understand something. God's delays are not God's denials. So life, it's a roller coaster of hurt, pain, worry. It's not fair. See, we're here today to test our faith. God is great all the time. The ultimate goal is up to you. We're here to test that faith. The bottom line is it's better on the other side anyway. Your ultimate goal, I'm praying we all pass the test. Ultimate goal is up to you. Do your best while God does the rest. That's all you got to do. Now, everything I touch turns to gold. So what I always say is simple. See it, believe it, go get it. That's all I got to do. So remember today, let's go get the money. See, you got to realize, for me, all right, with recall, all I see is that pier and the trash can I had to steal and bake. I don't want to go back to the pier. All right? The best thing is money. It solves a lot of problems. I can pay my bills, help my family, help you. I haven't had a paycheck for 22 years. Ultimate goal, go back to the job you hate. It's okay. They're going to fire you eventually anyway. Then you're going to deliver some pizza. You see, we're getting older slower. We're not as pretty as we used to be. Now, when I was a little boy, on that house I lived at many years, that boy named John used to terrorize the hell out of me. They thought it was funny. Hell, they used to call me a piece of shit. Wasn't very nice. They said it probably 1,000 times. I wrote down on a piece of paper, I'm important. I will become a corporate millionaire. I did that at 14 and a half, and they all ended working for me. That really pissed them off too. I'm going to drive a company car. Did that too. I'm going to show the world who I am. You might want to write something down like that for you, called assignment number 9. Ultimate goal, please find the grocery store and the bank in your city. They got opens and close. They're playing the game. You can play the game under branch number and tax ID too, if you want to. You never had to bring the pain home. Can you Google bankruptcy? Write it down. It's an assignment. I want you to find out the truth for yourself. Bankruptcy on Google will say basically what SSN, S is for. We only have one SSN. We're all a bunch of damn ducks. S is 4 times 4. Every division, every entity, subsidiary, like that bank and grocery store, we can get rid of a piece and keep the other pieces. That's assignment number 10. I want you to get through this. I want you to understand you could have got through this since the day you were out of high school. You never had to bring the pain home, ever. So understand the rules and the tools. SSN, SS4. It's simple. As we get to do this today, that's the IRS's public record. What's it say in line 10? Banking and credit purposes. Ultimate goal. As we do this today, as a kid, I heard when I was 7 and a half listening to a poker game that a corporation's a legal person. Can you write it down, please? Circle like I did 10 times. I heard my way out of hell. I went to the Torrance Police Department the next day. I knew there was a library next door. I asked the lady when I walked in, would you help me please? She said, here's a Machiavelli's book. I read the book. You see, when you can usually read a page at a time, write with both hands at the same time, have IQ off the chart, I was looking for a blueprint. I was looking for the instruction manual. It didn't exist. It doesn't exist today unless you get it through me. It's just the truth. So let's understand something. I want you to connect the dots. Some of you have a corporation before you met me, and they say that 9 out of 10 people don't do a damn thing anyway because they don't know what's next. Can I be your next, please? When you get a corporation and articles, you got to create a blueprint. You have to give it life. I will give you everything you ever thought and more in your life. The blueprint, I wrote it for you. It's pretty simple. There's 12 books and CDs for the blueprint, how I brought in $2 billion under corporate structure. I even wrote Winning the Game of Business 43 years ago. To me, it's a game. From there, here's the real estate system. But my problem is I wanted to hit $1 billion that year before I died, but I didn't know I was going to die in a coma. So I had $841 million. If you ever want to know how I did it step by step, it's in those 3 books and CDs. Now, Become the Bank, Buckets of Money and Tax Balancing, it's in the financial series. When I was at the Bonaventure for 32 years every Wednesday night, there was a line around the hole to get hold of me. But the reality is I was the second largest advertiser before the coma. So the reality is it's up to you. Today, the office sells all 18 books and CDs for $9.99. I always give you literally $4.99 half price. But we're closing out the warehouse this week. So if you want today, because we're closing the warehouse, you get it for $2.49. If you sell it during the webinar, we're going to ship it today or tomorrow. If not, call sales, but they don't discount at that price. So remember, Zell, take a picture. Everything I do, I want to expedite. That's my goal. Now, I was also known as the Incorporated for Rich and Famous People. I have 2,019 of those. I don't know if you recognize Mr. Clinton, Mrs. Fishburne and her son Lawrence, Superman from Gold's Gym, $1 million in 6 months, Michael Cook and Vane, Kevin Costner, college professor too, Arnold, you name it. I got a program called Raise 360 for the homeless people because I used to be one of them. From there, how about Giovanni? He works for Pixar. $1.6 million in 9 months. She's got her show today, $1.2 million in 9 months. Now, I also have a program for prisoners coming out of jail from my neck of the woods. This is Freeway Ricky Ross. After 20 years, he didn't know diddly squat about credit. I rebuilt it credit. I got him a gold and a platinum card too. Would you like one? Let me know. Thomas was in jail for prison for 26 years. I got his son $60,000. Then I got him a bunch of good dump trucks. I hear he did a couple $1 million last year. So your choice is to run your race and beat your doubt. If you don't, what are you going to do? Stay stuck like you were last year and the year before too? You didn't challenge yourself enough. That's assignment number 11. I won't show you anything I didn't obtain myself. I don't like blah, blah, blah. You know, it's kind of like that motivational speaker with a stupid hat. He didn't have a pot to piss in until we blah, 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 and you hand him the money too. I'm going to hand you the money, the tools and rules. I'm going to do the work for you. But then you're stuck with me all the step of the way. I got to get you past go. My God's gift is pretty simple. One of my mansions at the time, I parked my race boat and my yacht in my backyard. Tell me where you park yours. Helicopter, Lamborghini, you're building too? I make millionaires. Do you want one to be one? This year. You're going to stop this crap and say, I'm going to do it. No, it's this year. Now. You're going to join my millionaire club. You see, I want you to write down on that piece of paper right now. You're going to change your driver's license. It's an assignment for you. I want it changed to a P.O. Box or mailing address. I want you to learn to protect your ass. But that's up to you too. You see, Rebecca Schaefer was a friend. She was a client too. When the DMV sold her driver's license information, the guy went to her head and shot her in the head and blew her head off. I knew Robin too. So let me tell you something. If you don't protect your ass, that's on you. I want you to use Ray's rules and never bring the pain home ever again. By the way, you wrote a check the other day and your house got robbed too. You think that's a miracle? You better understand something. When you're in the grocery store in that line, some of you people go blah, blah, blah. Stop talking about your personal shit. Everybody can hear you. It's amazing what people say. It's ridiculous. You got the Driver's Privacy Protection Act too. Now, I want you to make that assignment number 12. You see, I got everything down to a damn step for the $1 million dream. You ready to play the steps with me? Every Saturday, all right, I have specialty classes. Remember something. When it comes to knowledge, I'll take on anybody on the planet when it comes to corporations and divisions and personal credit too. Believe me, when they leave the stage, they got their tail wagging behind them every damn time. So you better choose something today. Let's step and go get it. That bank and grocery store in your city are doing it, but not you. You didn't pay attention, and that's the reason why. You know why a division, the way I wrote the rules in 86? Multiple functions. Now write down, disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Write it down now. Next thing is, if you got 5 properties and someone slips and falls, you lose them all. Put them in a corporation, you said you did asset protection, my ass too. One screws up, they pierce the veil, come after you anyway. Unless you put them in divisions, which allows you to separate liability, you're a duck. And I can build cash and supply credit per division. You better learn to play the game the way I wrote it in 86. Now let's look at that car. I told you house, car, bank account today. Here's a car. Your car? Oh, goody! The last time you bought one, you let someone sweat you for hours on end. You lost $5,000 up to 9 inquiries too. I'm sorry to say you screwed up. When they hand you a damn paper, this is what you're doing from now on. Write it down. You're going to listen. I'm going to tell you exactly what I expect you to do. Okay? I know you're a grown-up, but that's okay. Do what I ask, please, or do what I tell you to do. They hand you a damn piece of paper. We need to run your credit. Can you fill this out too? Next to your signature, you write down and allows 1 inquiry. You take a damn picture. They give you more than one, let me know, I'll get you $25,000 in cash. You got to control this, nobody else. By the way, the car you drive today is registered to you. You might as well drive and go quack, 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 come get me too. Stop it. Tax ID division, write it down. Tax ID division. When you become part of the Ray Reynolds University Ray's Credit family of mine, I want to make sure I tell you exactly how to protect your ass. This is assignment number 13. Now let's understand something today. When you drive your car to that grocery store and that bank and a little bumpity bump, what are they going to do? They're going to put on a show and scream their head off, I'm going to die. Then they're going to ask you for driver's license, registration, insurance, please. I don't get it. Bam. I don't get it. I'll never be able to comprehend the stupidity or people not asking the word why and why they allow things to happen to their life when they didn't have to. But maybe because they didn't have to steal and beg off the pier, eat out of a fucking trash can like I had to. Oh, did I say that loud? Your house address? No. 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 Nobody knows where you live. Insurance for that car? Are you kidding me? You're paying that out of your paycheck. Don't they call that taxable income? That's called the dumbest thing I ever saw. Corporation can write it off 100%. But you pay it out of your taxable income? What's wrong with you? The biggest mistake, I would tell you right to your face. You're the registered owner. That makes you a duck. You got a bullseye every time you drive that damn car. Don't you see the 44 bloodsucker attorneys every day? Or even on line 2? They're going to sue you, screw you, and take everything you got. See, I'll give you the problem, but I'm going to give you the damn solution and do the work for you too. I expect you to go to AAA.com today or DNB.com. I don't give a damn what you do. I want your car registration changed to a division. Now. I want you to understand something. Under a corporate umbrella, those divisions are your ducks. They replace you. Why would you be a damn duck? If the owner, registered owner, that's who they sue, is a division, and not you, at the end of the day, they get diddly squat. Why not? Maybe you didn't have to fight for everything you had like I had. So you got a choice. That's assignment number 14. We got to give you at least 25 assignments to get you started today. Here's a car. Fleet price, tax ID, division. Now, you see it, but you understand, you don't get it. What you didn't get is you asked the word why. First thing is it doesn't show up on personal credit reports. A couple of you got a damn repossession. It's ridiculous. Do you realize they can give you a 1099-C? I don't get it. They can give you a 1099-C. That's a state and federal tax problem. I don't get it. Why would you ever want it to show on your credit reports? When I had my 17 properties at 19, they kept throwing in my face loan to value, telling me I couldn't buy any more. They said it's not possible. Hell, I created divisions. Tell me something not possible. I'll research until I create something. I don't have BS. BS is what the next jerk has. The blah, 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 crappa. Your paycheck today, your paycheck, it's taxed before you get the leftover. Now, that's your fault. You can repackage you and tell your employer to pay a corporation versus you. But corporations, all the money they bring in is not taxed until after they pay their bills and they pay on profit and loss. So when Amazon brought in that first $10 billion of profit, as they bragged, they made sure the debt equal to what they brought in. They paid zero tax. Hell, you pay more tax than they do. Now don't complain. Shut up and join them. Draw the 4 boxes that's in front of you. Draw the boxes. I wrote the rules in '86. I don't know where the hell you've been. But the bottom line is I'm all over the internet. Yeah, there's 5 people who don't like me. 2 are not even my clients. The other 3 screwed up. All right, it's kind of like the BBB. They got kicked out of Los Angeles because they're fraud under the CNN. The biggest fraudster company on the planet today. It's ridiculous. Now, here's a court. What you're going to do, listen carefully, you're going to create the line of defense. You brought the pain home to your 1SSN, you're a duck. We're going to change that now. Every division under the corporate umbrella is like that grocery store or the bank today. If I got a problem with a piece, I'm going to keep the good pieces. And I'm never bringing that pain home. How are you going to do it any other way? You can't. That's assignment number 15. Did you write it down? I hope you drew the 4 boxes too. I'm an affiliate for 35 years. I have dashboards, 7 of them. I have up to $10 million of history to use for you. I can build your personal credit up to that 100,000. I can build credit under each division and corporation for more. Would you like a couple million? Let me know. But again, it takes time and effort to build it for you. So the goal is pretty simple. I like SS4. You see, all I'm asking for is 90 days. Every one of you spent thousands on crap that did not work. You didn't do last year, year before. You give me 90 days, I'm doing the work for you, I'll get you in the right direction. And I'm the one holding your hand, answering your questions personally. I got no damn excuses, but neither do you. Every Wednesday at 10 a.m., I do a setup in level 1. I did it before this. Every Saturday, the same thing, the same time too. They're live. I broadcast 2 to 3 times a day, Monday through Friday, and all day Saturday, up to 7 classes. I never do a pre-recorded anything. I don't believe in crap. You got a question, damn well you better stamp up and answer the question during that workshop. I'll give you back a money-back guarantee. I got no excuses, but neither do you. I got a starter package. This is getting to know me. This is basically about corporations and credit and all the pieces. But this first one is about credit rebuilding. Now, we get that 18 calls a day complaining about credit repair flakes. Here you go, $99 per credit bureau. Simple, it's $297. Okay, I'm going to rebuild your credit, rapid rescore you. I'm going to hand you a $1,000 cash card. That's 3 times money back to you, take away all your excuses, and you get a money back guarantee. And I take Zelle so I can expedite you. It's called Zelle, now $297. Ultimate goal, this one here, pretty simple. This gives you $5,000 of credit, personal credit. I rebuild it, rapid rescore, add the history, and then I build your credit. See, if you have to repair, that's BS, it's rebuilt. All right, credit, you have no credit left or it's all crap. So here's my guarantee. $99 down, $99 a month up to 10 months. You can cancel anytime you damn well please. I'm going to give you a $5,000 cash card, a $1,000 card, $1,500, $2,000. At the end of that program, if you allow me to, you'll have $5,000 of cash credit. Now, not only will your score be better than it's ever been, as my clients always tell me every week, all right, you'll have the $5,000 of cash credit, but you learn the rules and the tools of the 25 to 29%. I take Zelle for that $99. Your choice is Zelle. Now, if you don't want to play, then stay stuck. Now, I got 2 programs for corporation. I've been giving articles for corporation for free for 43 years. Officerless tax ID, setup in level 1. Wednesday and Saturday, 10 a.m. So here's all the goodies. If you got a corp, then I'll help build that one too, because you're probably stuck. The office sells this for $2,000. It comes with $10,000 of cash credit. I always give you in a live webinar with me half price. That's $999. You get $10,000 of cash credit back. So if you get all the goodies and I'm giving you 10 times your money back to you, what excuse you have now? You stubbed your toe? Next one's called Millionaires in the Making Workshop. Same as the previous goodies, but this one comes with $25,000 of cash. They normally charge $4,000. I give it to you for $2,499. So you do what your budget allows, and you get stuck with me, and I'm the one answering your questions and the work for you. No excuses. I take Zelle, wire, bank transfer, or direct deposit. I expedite everything for you because you're probably as impatient as I am too. It's called Zelle, or the bank. There it is. Take a picture. I'd love for you to run your life under a corporation. But again, that's up to you. All I know is that of 17 million people, I changed their lives. Millions of people like you. I do have 5 people who don't like me, 2 not even my clients. 3, they screw up and it's all my fault too. But now everybody likes me. Now everybody likes you. Run your life through a corporation, please. You can even tell your employer to change your paycheck to the corp versus you. But again, that's up to you to think about assignment number 16. Now let's remember, I'm going to rebuild your credit no matter what. A rapid rescore, articles, also tax ID. What do I expect to see on your cards if you come to a live event with me? A sticky. Every card. I've had people in line putting the stickies before they walked in the door, knowing if I didn't see the sticky when I asked to see the card, I asked them to leave. They thought I was kidding. No. Life is not a joke. You got to have fun, but you got to know the rules and the tools. It's 25 to 29%. You got to be a qualified CFO, period. There's no choice but that. Ultimate goal, 25, 29%. You got to balance this. You control the wave of your credit. Nobody else does but you. Your ultimate goal, real estate, franchise, leveraging money. We can turn this into $100 million and write it all off too. Amazon pays 0 tax on $10 billion. You pay more tax than they do. That's your fault. Join them. Here's a corporate car before the coma. It's one of the Lamborghinis in the collection. So you pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. Dead offsets taxes on a corporation, but not you. You get your paycheck. You get the leftover. You pay your bills. You pay for a car you should not. And then you take money and credit from the family, roll the dice, go, honey, let's hurt the family some more. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Have you never heard that your paycheck's called taxable income? You're paying the payment, gas, registration, insurance from your paycheck, huh? Can you yell the word no right away, please? Why are you not driving a company car like I do? I don't get it. I don't have a car. But I got all the keys to all the corporate cars. Wee wee! Boom boom! But again, that's up to you. That's assignment number 17. Which one you like the best? The keys I just showed you, so the white one. Boom boom! You see, you can drive your corporate car too. Now let's look at an SS4. Download one, check it out. You didn't ask the reason why. When I got my first one, I was a kid when I did that first corporation at 9.5 by that attorney, opened the bank account for me. And I looked at it, there's 26 ways to use this form. He goes, what? I shocked him too. Now, SS4 times 4. Look what it says in line 10. Banking and credit purposes. So that means corporate credit is a write-off, interest rate, credit card, line of credit too. And if you build it through the divisions, you got more lives to play with. Instead, you like being a duck. You like bringing the pain home too. IRS public record. It's right in front of you. All right, that's assignment number 18. Now, Stockton, the city that followed the largest bankruptcy in history, and that's U.S. history? How did the city fall bankruptcy? Oh, they're all corporations. Just because you got a bad day doesn't mean you have to bring the pain home. I don't get it. Corporate umbrella. I get you a gold card. And what do? Why don't we get one for every division? Why don't we do what we're allowed to do like every bank and grocery store do? In case one of the pieces gets screwed up. We get rid of the bad piece and have a left to go. You brought the damn pain home because you didn't know how to play. You're learning a little bit about it today. Analyzation at 1 o'clock on Saturday. I'm going to tell you exactly what needs to be done from me. It's education, analyzation. I'm going to ask you to do up to 2 things. I need you to follow through. I have a 100% success rate. So sometimes I have to wait for you to finish what I asked you to do. Get it done right away. You can be watching me on Google, Facebook, and YouTube. But if you're missing the PowerPoint in front of me, you might want to go to raiswebinar.com, get the full overview, and stop bringing the pain home. Here's what I heard. I was 7.5 years old. Chapter 18, it's not legal advice. It says right in front of you, a corporation is a legal person may sue or be sued. So that means the United States of America Incorporated set up their 50 states because they're corporations called line of defense. And you didn't set up yours because you didn't pay attention. And the states set up their cities. They got line of defense too. Why haven't you set up yours? Are these turned on? Why didn't you plan the problem? I mean, understand, they planned the problem too. They invented a Chapter 9 bankruptcy for cities under the Federal Protection Act. How many cities you filed bankruptcy? You watched it. They bankrupt the city's debt. They stayed in business because they can play the rules too. You are we the people, by the way. It's your constitutional right to learn to play the game. Now remember, Nixon took the gold standard out. And they've been printing money 24/7. And SSN equals a 1040. So they can track her income till we're dead. Mama here, she delivered a baby this morning. Do you know it's federally mandated that every hospital hands Mama an SSN form within 3 hours or less? Because Mama can't take the baby home, stroller, car seat unless she signs the SSN form. They got to print money and bond the baby too. Remember, we're the collateral for the United States of America Incorporated. Now here's Walt Disney, the loophole king in Newsweek. Debt offsets taxes. They got an IOU for $1 billion. They paid no tax on $1 billion. You know, if Goofy can play the game, so can you. But that's up to you too. Understand something today. Online, you're going to see these websites that say, you know, you don't have to guarantee. When it comes to cash credit, that's BS. Then you're going to see these websites saying about trade line crap. You're actually going to buy thousands of dollars of trade lines. You pay thousands for. You're going to swear on your pills, your perjury. Oh, that's you. You're going to go to prison. I'm going to visit you or put some money on your books too. Stop it. The truth. 8 cards per division you can obtain. 9 lines of credit too. Supply credit, vendor credit, marketing credit, lease credit, gas cards too. This is the opportunity, all right, but you got to still be a qualified CFO. I have to rebuild every one of you, period. I want you to look at the Fair Lending Act, please. Ultimate goal, it's up to you. Every corporate card and line of credit is a write-off, the interest rate in the card or the line of credit too. Your choice is like when you bought your house. What did you do? I'll bet you did one thing. You didn't listen to Ray's rules. Escrow closed, homestead put in a trust. That means if they sue you today, they take it away. All right, if you die, it's stuck into probate and your family got diddly squat. If you're going to fix the property, you're going to hire a contractor. That's good. The contractor is going to hire the subcontractor, all right, that stand outside Home Depot. Good workers, but what if they cut corners and slip and fall and come after you and try to take everything you got? Maybe you'll think about listening to me. Quickly deed the properties to a division. Do an assignment of equity too. End of the day, when they try to sue you, they get diddly squat. Hell, why not? You got a choice today. It's called what? Look up the irrevocable trust. That's what I would pick if I was you. But if you don't, that's up to you. That's assignment number 19, by the way. Now, I would like you to think about what you're doing, some of you. Some of you are playing peekaboo, the IRS making a mess. The IRS rule book is the game. You got to play by the rules. They say corporations don't pay tax so they make a profit. So if you've been one of those dummies going, I don't want to pay tax, Ray, knock it off. Go to irs.gov, download a form called 656 of 433A and B. Get your butt back in the system, get your free money called a COVID check too. They're printing more money today. Hell, they do it 24/7. How many trillions we got to go into debt? They keep printing this stuff like it's nothing. Go, wee! That's what they get to do. That's assignment number 20, by the way. So guess what we get to do? I want you to fix up properties my way, please. I'm one of the original OPMs. And I teach people how to buy at wholesale price on the level 1 and setup 2, Wednesday and Saturday. How about you do what I told you to do? You save up to 70%. You don't pay a bill for 30 to 60, 90 days anyway. Why would you use your money when you don't have to? Let them basically use their money. Isn't it fun? Escrow closes, we pay off all the debt. Now we got up to $200,000 left over. If you've had some money and you wasted and pissed it away, stop it. Write down Ray's rules. Leveraging money. Borrow money's not taxable. Set up the line of defense too. Understand something. That's assignment 21. Now, before my coma, this was my office in Irvine Spectrum. I told you the most verified guy on the planet today. It was only 22,000 square feet, Irvine Spectrum. Other buildings around the globe too. Bottom line is the bank would be at the office almost every other day going, Banks always kiss your ass when you got money. But when you don't have a pot to piss in, they don't know your name. Why don't you learn that the banks borrow up to times 10 from the feds and loan back 5 to you? You can learn how to leverage money, raise way, and raise rules. That'd be $3 million of borrowed money, not taxable. Why don't you go buy a McDonald's today? Get a Big Mac, a fry, and a chocolate shake too. You got to realize today, I don't want your corporation to do business at all. Get credit, set up the line of defense. If your corporation does business and they pierce that veil to come after you, that's called stupidity again. You're another duck. If you set up a line of defense, if something goes wrong with the peace, we get to pull a Donald Trump, a city, a Wells Fargo bank, and a rich and famous people too. It's called the 3-step. Write it down for you. Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Fight to save that division, but if you can't, bankrupt the peace. All right, never bring the pain home again. That's up to you. By the way, that's assignment number 22. Ultimate goal of the day. Please tell me what you're willing to lose. Look in the mirror. Look in your mirror today and ask yourself a question. What are you willing to lose? It's pretty simple. I don't want to lose anything, but if I had to, it'd be a corporation's division. Because they're cheap and I get another one too. I don't want to hurt the corp or my family anymore. So if you're going to play the game, please realize you're going to lose a piece or two along the way. That's assignment number 23. Now, my wife asked me a basic question on July 3rd, 2009. Honey, can we go to the Huntington Beach house? No problem. All right, you want to take out the yacht with a group of people? Okay. I went over, I filled it up, $1,600. I'll use a corporate card and an interest rate. I wrote that off too. And I'm allowed to ride off the yacht like you are too. I wrote that off as well. The next day, because someone came on my yacht with swine flu and pneumonia, H1N1 pandemic 9, I got to die. Reality is I asked God if I can go back. There's my yacht, my race boat, my UDOC, the address too. Alright, like I said, I'm a verified person on the planet. Show me yours, please. I got to ask God one more question. He asked to stay in peace or go back. I said go back, my family needs me. I came back, had to walk around with an oxygen tank for 5 weeks, put my score back to an 820, and then because I had my 5 closet divisions, I popped another $1 million card again. I have my backup for a backup, because you're allowed to. Today, God's using me to help you. You paying attention today? Are these turned on? Your ultimate goal. They're Lamborghini in the building that say the Reynolds University. I've heard no probably 1 billion times in my life. When I was a kid, begging and stealing. Alright, off the pier, being used and abused. I've been shot twice, knifed 6 times, died in a coma. I had to rebuild it again and again too. Reaching the dream. Think and be the impossible. Let's use Ray's rules, because God gave them to me to give them to you. Now, I like motivation. I listen to it every morning, I really do. But I know it's good for 10 or 15 minutes to start the tone. But the motivation, you spent thousands in dollars and you got stuck? We got to give you the money, the tools, and the rules. You know, I'm sorry, like the client said the other day, you know, I gave Tony Baloney $4,500 after he got my money. After 2 days, he went bye-bye. It's just the truth. Because they're kind of missing racecredit.com. They should help rebuild everybody. They're going to talk about blah, blah, blah. Let's make sure we talk about your story. Let's build you up. How about you get and make sure you understand I make millionaires. Join my millionaire club this year. Between now and the end of the year, it's not hard to do. Now, I'd like to get you 820 score, up to $100,000 of credit. But we're going to call it safety. We're going to use that 25-29%. I'd like to give you a corporation in divisions and get you up to $1 million of credit. I'd like you to stop being stuck. Ultimate goal, every Wednesday and Saturday I do workshops live. You're stuck with me. Ultimate goal, if you want the blueprint, office sells you 18 books and CDs for $9.99. Normally I say half price, but we're closing out that warehouse now that the world's opening again. So the bottom line today, if you want all 18 books and CDs, it's $249 if you sell it during the webinar. If you wait till I'm done and you call sales, they do not discount it for you. Zell, there you go. That's all you got to do. Now the 14th Amendment from the corporations, 14th Amendment turned corporations into people. So that means the United States of America Incorporated have their 50 states. Why don't you have yours? From there they set up the cities. They have their line of defense too. Why haven't you have yours? It's your chance not to bring the pain home again. You have the ability to do things for you. Never have joint credit, makes no sense. From there you buy a house, it's called Ray's Rules, escrow close, homestead put it into trust. Corporation should always have up to $1 million of credit. And on top of that, divisions are cheap, so you should have one for every piece of real estate, every franchise, every current business. Set up the line of defense, master Ray's Rules, because I'm doing the work for you, holding your hand and putting in the workshops up to 90 days too. No matter what I say or do, I'm going to hold your hand to make sure you don't screw up again. Remember, setup and specialty classes start at 7 a.m. Saturday morning. But that's up to you too. Ultimate goal, that's assignment number 24 to make sure you're in that goal setting on Saturday. Ultimate goal, there's a money back guarantee. You see, getting to know me program is $99 a bureau. Or you got 3, so it's $297. At the end of that program, it's usually about 90 working days. We're done. I'm going to hand you a $1,000 credit card. That way it's cash, and now you have new credit as well. And you maintain the 25 to 29%, so you maintain that high score. What do you do for the $99 down? This is $297 because there's 3 bureaus. You Zell, $297. Now, if you just want to do the $99 one, that's okay. That gives you $5,000 of credit. As you go through the motions of making your credit score up, and away, I pop you a $500 card, $1,000 card, $1,500, and $2,000. That way you have new credit, because after you get credit rebuilding, you usually have nothing left. Bottom line, that's up to you. That's Zelling $99 now. That's up to you. 2 programs when it comes to the corporation. If you have a corporation, that's great. We'll build that one. If not, we'll hand you the articles, also as tax ID for free. Set up in level 1. It's on Wednesdays and Saturdays for 90 days. This is normally $2,000 because it comes with $10,000 of credit. But here on the webinar with me, I give you half price. It's $999 now. Ultimate Goal Millionaire in the Making. You get the same goodies before. This comes with $25,000 of cash credit. Usually about $4,000. But again, $25,000 of credit, all the goodies to you. Your price is $2,499. Ultimate Goal, you deposit, you wire, you transfer, or you Zelle now. There's the discounted prices for you because you're on the live webinar. Building your millions, I like to repackage your life, your house, your car, your bank account too. Ultimate Goal, everybody talks about the American dream. Every time I hear one of those motivational speakers, someone else going, the American dream, everybody can do it. All you're doing is going blah, blah, blah. You're not giving them the rules or the tools. You're not holding their hand every step of the way. And you're not doing the work for them too. I think it's BS. It's just my opinion. See, everybody needs money coming in every month, pay all their bills, drive a company car, go on a business trip, help other people, free up their time. You got to set up your line of defense because there's always someone trying to knock you down too. The 1,000 rules and steps and assignments get you to the $1 million company. 20,000 is billion. So here you go. Getting to know me, it's $99 per bureau, it's $297. At the end of the program, usually 90 working days, you get a $1,000 card. Cash card, by the way. You Zelle. The other one is for the ones who want to do $99 a month. For a couple months, as I build it up, I'm popping you 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000. By the time I'm done, you got 5,000 of new cash credit because I really built you up some more. That's called Zelle, $99 a month. Ultimate Goal starter package for $10,000 and all the goodies in the workshops for 90 days. It's $999 to you. You get $10,000 of cash credit. Millionaire in the Making, $2,499 because you're getting $25,000 of cash credit. It's normally $4,000. So your goal today is Zelle, Chase, Wire, Transfer. At the end of the day, we've got to stay safe and strong as the world resets up some more. If you find yourself sitting there waiting for what's next to come, let it be you and me. Let's always remember life is a gift from our Father in heaven. God has given us the opportunity to believe and receive. Let us make the best of the day. And thanks, Jesus, for one more day. Amen to that. All I know is I've been shot twice, knifed 6 times, died in a coma. All right, got thrown away as a baby, ate out of a trash can, had to beg and steal, had to build it again and again. All right, God allowed me to go through that so I can help you. If you're zelling and wiring, great. If you're not, call toll free. 800-510-3338. If you do nothing, that's what's happening last year, the year before in your life. You've been staying stuck because you're not stepping up to the plate. Your goal today, assignment number 25, is to call that number, 800-510-3338. And I'm going to do my best all through the day while God does the rest. Never forget, God loves us all.